Okay, here we are back in Boot Hill Heroes and in this godforsaken desert. I don't know if there's some sort of trick here or what. I'm kind of playing it by ear. Okay, when it comes to mirages, that one kind of takes the cake. There's something written on this unusual cactus. If you're reading this, it will probably be the last thing you ever read. Welcome to Fool's Feast, Vulture Food. And can I get to whatever the hell this thing is? Mysterious masked man. The ocean feels nice and cool. Join me for a swim, won't you? Oh, okay, so even the bushes are out to get you. Good to know. Wandering Adam. What ho, traveler? Want to share my delicious sand? Just don't tell anyone or they'll all want some. So the characters are definitely coming out. Delve. The name's Delve, professional dungeon explorer. Have you seen any dungeons around here? Preferably awesome ones. I think that's supposed to be another Earthbound reference, but I don't really remember what the dungeon guy's name was. And does the dog... We're back where we started, isn't it? So, are we supposed to just keep going straight? Let's try going to the right. And right back to where we started. Except this guy is new, I think. Is this a guy? Okay. So, I'm not finding any clues. We may have to do this by process of elimination. Let's head up. That leads us back to Slender Man here. Friggin' wannabe poser. And I'm kinda tempted to put on my Oxford boots so that I don't have to deal with encounters. Okay. Let's see if talking to them multiple times won't actually give you any additional information. So going right from that guy takes me right back. If I go up from him, that takes me right back. Okay, I want to see that guy again real quick, and then I can test the bottom side. Yeah, I definitely wish there was a faster way to navigate this. Okay, so he shares the screen with the weird old guy. So if I head back, that puts me on the same screen as the dog. Okay, if I go up from here... So that puts us on the same screen as Cactus. Okay, left from Cactus takes us... So left and right seem to lead us to the same place from there. And I have a feeling there's some sort of significance to this guy. And after wandering around, we just collapse. Kid. You're dehydrated. If we do not get out of this searing heat soon, then our spirits will surely join the throng of others who have perished here. Come, we must push forward. As your people might say, we are in a pickle. The buzzards? What is that? This bird. I've never seen anything like it. It is certainly not native to this desert. What is it doing here? Hello. It speaks? Could this be An animal spirit guide? We must follow that strange bird. It may be our only chance. So where did it go? There it is. It says to the right. And now it's going to the left.
Kid, I can't go on. There you are, mon petit pickle. Where did you fly off to? Mon Dieu, who are these poor enfants? What is it, Lady Lamoureux? What do you see? Ivan the Strongman. Oh. Hey, boss. Better get over here. What in the Sam Simon Hill is a-happening here? Come on, Ivan lady. We gotta get to the Bumblebee Junction before nightfall, or there'll be a fearful abundance of what comes. Well, I'll be a squirrel's mistress. Who are they? I don't know, Mr. McGovern. I just found them here next to my darling pickle. Please help us. Well, you're a strange-looking little missy. Do all the folks here in Brockham County wear such peculiar-like garments? There's nothing peculiar about my clothes. I'm a Chepaquik. And I'm not a missy, I'm an Indian princess. Princess, eh? And who's this fella here, your prince? This is Kid. My name is Moondancer. We're on our way to Swellsville, but we got lost in this desert. Swellsville? Now, where's that? We are not from around here. We just rode into the valley and fix on setting by way of Bumblebee Junction. Bumblebee Junction? The train station? We can take a train to Swellsville from there. Won't you take us with you? The poor things, we cannot leave them out here for the vultures. Well, they ain't gonna get a ride for free. I don't take kindly to freeloading sorts. But if I come to agree to your sorting proposition in, what is it by the way of recompensating that I stands to gain? What? I'm saying, what do you give me in exchange for your transport? We don't have much money. Let me think for a wink. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Ivan, Lady Lamoureux, you best all stand back and give me some air. I just had a dynamite idea and it's about to blow up. I'll take you with us, little princess, and your blonde friend too. But you gotta agree to be in my show. Show? What show? You mean to say you ain't know who I am? Wow, you must live under a rock. Well, I'm called Mad Earl McGovern. And this is Mad Earl McGovern's Traveling Wild West Circus. That's right, we travel around the western world showing wide-eyed folks chills, incredible feats, and exotic sights to dazzle the eyes, swallow the soul, and scramble the mind. Jugglers, fire eaters, sword swallowers, rodeo clowns, magicians, animal acts, we got it all under one tent, yes sirree. But one thing we don't have is a real bona fide Indian girl, much less a princess. Now that's something that the crowds will go for. I can see the ticket sales now. You want to put me on display in front of a bunch of gawkers? No thank you. Besides, Kid and I have to get to Swellsville. I ain't ain't asking for a lifetime commitment here. Just be in our next show tomorrow night, and I'll see to it that you're on the next train to Swellsville afterwards. Deal? What about Kid? I'm sure he's got uses to pay his way. How about it, lad? What's your vocation? Bounty hunting at this point? Speak up, I can barely hear you. A farmer, you say? A stable boy? Well, that ain't much. Wait, actually, I have just the job for you. We need someone to look after the horses. Yeah, that'll do for you, Fur. You can handle the horses. No lions whatsoever. So, do we have a deal? Am I leaving you here to tan? My boots are burning my toes like mushrooms in a frying pan. We gotta get out of this desert. What do you think, kid? Should we join the circus? What I'm thinking, what I'm going to do. Mr. McGovern, you have a deal. Welcome aboard. I am Ivan, and this is the beautiful Lady Lamoureux. And you've already met my parrot, Pickle. Hello. Alright, well that's enough gum flapping. Hey Ivan, get your Cossack behind in line and help our new employees onto a wagon. Time's a-wasting. Next stop, Bumblebee Junction. We've got a show to do. So I don't know if there is a proper way through the desert, or we just have to keep going until you collapse and then she says we're in a pickle to summon the bird. But there's the dog, and that was fast. They unloaded the wagons and set up the circus in no time. I guess that means I better go to my dressing wagon and figure out what they want me to do for the show. You should talk to EARL McGovern and find out what he wants you to do. He said something about looking after the horses. Sounds easy enough. Unfortunately for me, I have to be in the show. Not looking forward to it. But as soon as the show's over, McGovern said he'll put us on the train to Swellsville so we can meet with the sheriff. Oh, and kid, I've been thinking. We'd better not tell anyone here that we know the Saints' little gang attacked Ashwood and framed my people to Chappaquiddick. We don't know who here we can trust or who else. Okay, here we are back in Boot Hill Heroes, and we have some exploring to do. Oops. Here we go. Acting coach. This girl claims to be an Indian princess, but I find that hard to believe. Doesn't matter though, as long as she gets her act down, then I've succeeded at my job. Maybe then EARL McGovern will finally put me in the show for once. Hey, gal can dream, right? And let's go talk to Moon and find out how bad things are here. Hey kid, has McGovern given you a job yet? If not, you should see him soon. Sorry, got me working on performance. This is ridiculous. You should be in Swellsville trying to save my people from needless war by telling the sheriff the truth about the attack on Ashwood. Instead, I'm in a circus, trying on different costumes, making a mockery of Chappaquiddick. Well, those are the breaks. Alavender would probably love that. Hear about the human cannonball? He got fired! Trying to earn a few extra bucks by helping out the traveling circus. After all, we're sort of like our own traveling circus. The Desert Skags move from place to place and stay for a time before moving on. Hey, it's you again. Yep, us Desert Skags are still blowing like the wind from place to place. Did I ever tell you about my Uncle Josh? Out of his mind he was, I tell you. He used to strap sticks of dynamite around his bald head. No one knows where he is no more. He left behind quite the array of stories, though. Maybe I'll tell you one if we ever happen to meet again. Remember I told you about my dynamite-obsessed Uncle Josh? This one time, he was dead set on sailing who knows where on top of a floating stagecoach. 100 feet, that's how far he got from the shore before a big hunk of rock stopped him on his tracks. Stuck there, he sat on the rock in the middle of a raging river, presumably thinking, now what? Nobody knows how he got himself out of that predicament, but a couple of days later, he was seen chasing bears in the woods with nothing but his bare fists. Constantly moving is exhausting. With all the supplies we go through while traveling, we could probably start a new town. Let's fight the scorpion.
Holy crap. gonna need to use spam strafe to win this. Still a wiry tail. And can I kill that thing before it bounces? Nope. It's gone.
Pilfer's perfect plan performed poorly. Alliteration for the win. And the larva is worth more than the wiry tail, I'd say. Trinket. Okay, there's McGovern. Let's look around a bit more before we talk to him. Sword. Borrowed $33 approximately. Found a ball. So performer tools that double as weapons. Hope you're enjoying your stay. You can't even talk to the bird. It's false advertising, damn it. And there are the horses I'm supposed to be taking care of, and the human cannonballs. Can't read this. Paying customers only. Okay, gotta go on foot. And have I seen everything there is to see? That's the question. Madman Mitch. I know what you're thinking, boy. Why would I be living all the way out here? You wanna know? It's because I'm mad, boy. Okay, still not the craziest person I've ever seen. Let's talk to EARL McGovern then. There you are, kid. I was just about to go hollering for you. Okay, now that we're set, you can start helping out with the stable wagons. Only I got to confess, I made a sort of omission about your job being to mind the horses. See, the big highlight of EARL McGovern's Traveling Wild West Circus are 4 real-life Africanani lions. No kidding. Have you ever seen a lion, kid? I reckon they're enough like horses. 4 legs, fur, whatnot. So I'm sure you'll do just fine. Except horses don't eat your feet when they get cranky, right? You've already got a trainer working with them, so you'll be helping her out. Just mind what she says and you'll be fine. Go on now and see her. She's with them lions, just northwest of here. Find her and she'll tell you what's for. So we're looking for a female by the lions. Did I really miss that? And let's see if that is indeed Rosie. Well, I'll be at chicken dinner on Christmas Eve. Kid, is that you? How you been? Golly jeepers, I haven't seen you since we met up by Swellsville. Yep, I've been keeping myself busy. I know Sheriff Lubbock was joshing me when he told me to join the circus. But I got to thinking about it and tracked down EARL McGovern. Next thing you know, I'm training these here lions to perform on command. How about that? I grew up riding horses and now they got me tangling with the king of the jungle. Funny, when they told me some blonde kid was gonna help me out with these beasts, didn't reckon it'd be you. Now ain't that something, huh? Well, don't be too afeard of these here lions. They may look mighty tough, but so long as they're fed, they behave right well. But you don't want to be around them when they're hungry. Speaking of which, it's guts to run to the storage wagon and get me some raw steaks for these lions. Don't want to hear their stomachs a-grumbling like the drums of the devil. Would you mind fetching my Regency hat from the wardrobe wagon? It's what I wear during performances. Manager Tracy Howard said it should be ready today in the wardrobe wagon. Go and get it, we'll meet back here, okay? So I don't know if I cut out the part where I met her, but that's where the group dressed up as the Saints Little Gang was. Now which? I think it was this one. I'm the wardrobe manager, Tracy Howard. If you need a piece for a costume, I'm the one to talk to. I can rent out garments, but I'll need a cash deposit equal to the value of the piece. Wow, this stuff is expensive. Don't remember where I got the dusk paw from. Honey, hoof, iron. Yeah, actually the venom glands aren't really that bad. May need to fight some of them to actually get the money, but there's the Regency hat. So is Rosie still over here? There she is. Kid, boy am I glad you're back. Would you look at this? The lions are gone. I came back here with the meat and I found them this way. And look at this. Someone's been tampering with the locks while I was gone. They released the lions from their cages. Kid, I don't have to tell you having 4 dinner-deprived lions stalking around the circus grounds is bad. We gotta round them up and bring them back here before anyone gets hurt. But they gotta be around here somewhere, but if we can't find them, maybe we should ask the fortune teller, you reckon? Rosie returns to the party. They usually behave, but if the lions get rowdy, you'll have to slap some sense into them before leading them back here. Okay, let's get moving. Okay, let's look at her equipment. Poison Lash, Block, Flirt, Whip Crack, Taunt, Throw, Acrobatics. Okay, we'll keep that on for now. And we'll give her a 4-leaf clover. Denim jeans. Give her the Lion Tamer. Okay. Now I'm expecting one of the lions to be in this tent. We can't actually see inside the arena though. So, number 1.
Scruffy Maid Lion is here, causing a panic. Actually, hold on, I need to use that. Holy crap! So, jump does nothing. We need Moon. Is that his defensive one or what? Okay, let's take him down. Lion has been tamed back into submission. 102 EXP and just 1 vantage point.
Okay, I kind of missed what happened there. I'm gonna have to probably pause the video to see what text flashed across the screen, but... Can we lead it back to the cage, or do I need to go get all of them? Okay, that's the first one. Now, what's wrong with Rosie? It's a whopping $5. Rosie. Okay, there we go. Do not speak, young ones, for Madame Zenobia knows that which you desire. You are hunting nature's greatest hunter. A fierce golden beast, yes? I can see it now. The savage animal you seek is now with a man, a large man with muscles as thick as his accent. They are in a tent. Go now, before it is too late. So we need to find Ivan the strong man. What is happening? Where did this beast come from?
And hopefully this time he doesn't one-shot Rosie. Okay, that's nice. Let's go ahead and get our dodge moves up. And even though that move is so freaking expensive, it doesn't really help just due to the amount of damage it does. Okay, small amount of good luck. And let's pop the defense moves. And big one coming up. Lion has been tamed back into submission. Rosie learned Poison Lash.
And one of the things I want to look at is how much that actually costs. Advantages. And you can't go fast with the lion behind you. There's one. And I can't talk to them, but it looks like the lion needs some saving.
And Kid's health is not regenerated yet. Okay, I'm starting to really like that Poison Lash move. And damage over time for the win.
Wiry tail. And let's just find out where the other one is without looking around. Damn it, grab that. Do not speak, for your bodies and minds are exhausted. You have spent long hours in search of the missing yellow beast, yet the end of your quest draws near. My mind's eye sees beyond the realm of this circus. A lion has wandered far from here and has entered a new place. I see a man. With one hand he fends off the beast, with the other he clenches a train ticket. Is Madame Zenobia being too cryptic? Then here it is. Go to the Bumblebee Junction train depot southwest of here. Oops. And I haven't actually looked inside of here. Well, lo and behold, there it is. The lion's trying to skip town.
You got Kid with that. Kind of think Nibble would hurt more, but it doesn't. Okay, that time you didn't kill her straight out with that. Lion Tamer for the win.
Okay, let's take him back. Went too far. get in there. Finally, those lions are back and safely tucked away in their cages. Good thing, too, the show's gonna start soon. Lady Lamoureux? Pickle! What's wrong, Lady Lamoureux? You sound like a mouse caught in a bear trap. Is everything okay? Au contraire, mon Pickle is gone. I came back to my wagon after an appetizer and poof! Her bird cage is empty. What? First someone lets loose my lions from their cages and now your parrot is missing from hers? That can't be no coincidence. Things are smelling fishier than sundown at the wharf around here. Zootalore, whatever will I do? Pickle and I must perform the show soon. Call her name, but I call her name, but she does not come. Pickle always comes when anyone calls out Pickle. And now she is not coming, so she must be... Don't worry, Lady Lamoureux. I'm sure Pickle is fine. You should just go and get ready for the show. Kid here will find Pickle, won't you, kid? Not my bird, Orbrel. I'll find her. Merci. How kind of you to help a lady in distress, Monsieur Kid. Kid's happy to help. And from what I've seen, he's pretty good with animals. No doubt about it, he'll find your bird. Kid, to find Pickle, simply call out her name. If she cannot fly to you, then she will, how you say, squawk. Listen for her squawks and keep calling her name. The louder the squawks, the closer you are to Pickle. The sooner she squawks back, the closer you are. You can also tell what direction she's in if you listen carefully. So we have to push A to call for Pickle. Sounds like a piece of cake to me. Pickle's gotta be around here somewhere. Kid's just gotta do some searching and snooping is all. I'll be in my wagon to get ready for this show. Please come see me as soon as you find one darling parrot. Au revoir. Better get to it, kid. Show starts soon and it'll be a disaster without Pickle and Lady Lamoureux. And while the show does start soon, this is going to be the end of this video. So in the next one, we will be tracking down that parrot. So there's the dog, and I can do my outro. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.